You know, of course I'd put out a poll to see what you guys want me to talk about in my next story, and of course the one with the penis is the one that wins. For fuck's sake, people. This is the story about my circumcision. Now, before we start, I just want you guys to know that I'm going to be talking about my penis in this video, so if you guys don't want to hear about that, that's too damn bad. You already clicked on the video. You should keep watching. So for those of you who don't know, a circumcision is when a doctor takes your penis foreskin and cuts it off. And it's usually done when you're a child, so you don't have to deal with it when you're older. And of course, being a special little snowflake, I came out of my mother not breathing during a C-section because my dumbass decided to wrap the umbilical cord around my neck and, you know, choke myself. You know, which is probably why I turned out the way I am. You know, a balding excuse of a man who makes shitty YouTube videos about his circumcision. Sometimes when I wake up, I wish I had the balls to finish the job when I was a baby. So because I came out not breathing, the hospital had to incubate me and make sure I was fine before my parents decided to take me home, and I stayed in the hospital for like, you know, a couple of days. And when I was finally free to go, my mom didn't want me to stay in the hospital any longer and decided to, you know, opt out of circumcising me when I was a baby. And you're probably thinking, oh, how cute, you know, very sweet, right? Well, throughout my entire life, I thought my penis was fine. Just think about that. I didn't even know that circumcisions existed. But then one day, out of the blue, when I was 14 years old, my mom said, "Matt, you're getting circumcised." And at first, I was like, okay. But then they kept talking about it and joking that they were going to cut my dick. And, you know, it made me start to feel really scared. So I looked up what a circumcision was, and I was like, whoa. There's something wrong with my dick? And so from then on, I went to the doctors to get myself checked out and make sure everything was going to be okay. And the doctor that was in charge of my surgery, mind you, was named Dr. Dick. I swear to God, that was his actual name, because my parents just laughed about it for days and days and still bring it up. Anyways, a couple of days passed, and I finally go into surgery where they put me under anesthesia. And which, by the way, scared the shit out of me. You know, it's not because it's like, oh, they're putting him under. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, what a poor guy. No, it was because they're going to cut my dick. And I was going to be asleep for it. Like, just imagine waking up and knowing that your penis was never going to be the same again. You know, it was the last time I was going to look at my wiener and say, you know, hey, what's up? Hi, penis. And by the way, in places like the Philippines, it's actually common practice to circumcise children in a river when they're older without anesthetics in front of a group of people. You know, it's actually, in fact, being circumcised in a river in the Philippines was a rite of passage, and if you didn't do it, you'd be called a sapot, and you'd basically be made fun of by the entire town. But I mean, like, what the fuck does the Philippines know when this shit was popular as hell when I was younger?
Doblihin ang tayo'y mag-ocho-ocho, ocho-ocho, ocho-ocho, ocho-ocho na mag-ocho.
Why the fuck is there a fish there? So the surgery's done. I wake up and, you know, I'm just loopy as shit. And I remember vividly waking up, looking under the blankets at my wiener, seeing my doctor walk by and saying, "Is my penis okay?" Oh, God. Okay, so what the hell is wrong with me, man? And you know what? That's not the end of the story, because apparently, I didn't know this, but whenever you get circumcised, because the tip of your dick is raw and is very delicate after, you know, having its fucking foreskin removed, I had to wear a cast around my penis for like 2 weeks. And this wasn't during summer break either. I still had to go to school wearing a cast around my penis. You know, just think about that. You know, freshmen in high school, scared about being ridiculed and outcasted for, you know, the rest of my years in high school, walking around with a fucking penis cast on. And, you know, this was during the time when tight pants were, you know, slowly becoming a fad. And, you know, whenever my jeans or, you know, my underwear scraped against the tip of my dick, it was... It felt like a fucking cheese grater, man. Felt like a cheese grater against my dick. So for the whole 2 weeks, I had to walk around in this stupid thing and just play it off like nothing happened. You know, people would come up and be like, "Hey, Matt, where were you? Why weren't you at school yesterday?" And I'm just like, you know, oh, no reason. It's all good. My penis is fine. How's yours? You know, what does yours look like now? You know, that's all well and dandy, right? Well, what's worse is that I had to go through PE with this shit, right? And I had to give my teacher a note telling him what's going on and why I can't run. And just, you know, the look on his face when I gave it to him, when I gave him the note, it was like, what the fuck is wrong with society? So, you know, I sat there during PE trying not to, you know, slightly braise my PE shorts against my dick while my friends ran a mile, and they were all like, what the fuck? Like, why is he not running? What's going on here? Put yourself in the mind of a 14-year-old male in high school All right, and just your hormones are going out of, you know, just straight out of the roof. And being the ambitious little, you know, son of a bitch that I was, you know, it was really hard to jack off. Now, remember, I woke up, jacked off, went to school, came home, jacked off, and went to bed. Like, you'd think I'm kidding about that routine, but I'm not. Like, that was actually my life. That's what I would do, like, every single day. Now, just imagine what it was like for 2 weeks not jacking off because there was a cast around your dick, and it felt like you just touched the tip. It was like cheese grater, dude. Just like, you know the sound of a chalkboard, you know, that screeching sound? Just imagine that sound turned into pain on your penis. That's what it was like. I'm not gonna say how, but I still figured out a way to do it. And, you know, the gauze and the surgical, you know, I'm not gonna get it. It wasn't my proudest moment, all right? But you know what? I you know, fucking moral of the story, I guess, you know, you could do anything you put your mind to, or, you know, some shit like that. Anyways, you know what? I'm done ridiculing myself. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for listening to my story about, you know, my penis. I'm sure you guys feel like you learned a lot today, and, you know, fucking, I'll talk to you guys. Goodbye. Bye.
Squeeze.